That's good. Yeah, I know Frankie, the other day I went into work early, so I'm usually there in the morning and
Hmm.
then like I'll go into work, but I might get up, work or work out, then get them up and ready, and then
Oh
I'll
yeah.
go back to work, you know? And on the
Hmm.
weekends, sometimes I'll just get up and go into work early so that I can get home by like 8, 9, or 10, you know? And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like we still have all day.
Hmm.
And but sometimes recently I've been like wanting to be there in the mornings, so we'll hang out in the morning and then I'll go into work a little bit later. The other morning I went into work early and she FaceTimed and she's like, "You're supposed to be here when I wake up
Oh,
and then go into work." And I was like, I felt all guilty. I was like,
oh dang. Yeah.
yeah, tugging at the heartstrings.
That's
Yeah, I
funny.
just I did a little bit of work, hit a quick workout, got a nice walk in.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we're feeling good. Little cup
Yeah,
of
yeah. I'm
coffee.
going after this. I was just getting all my gym stuff together, so that's my next
Nice,
move.
nice. Well, I wanted to pick up kind of where we left off with the budgeting conversation. I'm excited to put a pause on like the lifestyle creep. You know, like
Yeah, yeah. And
you
what
hear.
is I don't really know that term.
So lifestyle creep is like as you start to get paid more, you start to spend more money, right? So you buy a
Oh,
nicer car, you buy a nicer house, you go on more expensive vacations, you buy all
okay.
organic foods, and it's like I was thinking about this and there's a really negative sentiment to it. Like it sounds bad, like oh,
Yeah.
lifestyle creep. But there's also this leveling up component where I feel like if you're budgeting and planning and thinking about your life, upgrading for quality of life is not bad, right?
Oh, no.
So, like, we've kind of done this. Like, when you're young, you kind of have to, right? You start out in an apartment, and then if you want to buy a house, then you buy a house, but maybe it's a smaller house or an older house or whatever, and we just built this house, and we could have lived in our other house for the rest of our lives,
Yeah.
like you
Right.
could
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Um, but there's this like we're busting our ass component. It's part of like a goal for us, and we wanted a house that was less maintenance. I wanted to spend less time like just maintaining the place you live in, but I don't want to
Mhm.
rent, right? I wanted to own.
Yeah.
So we got that. It's in a better location for us. So day to day is way easier, less commute time, all of that.
Yep.
And it's a little bit more space. So we're not cramped all over each other and it's nicer. It's a better quality of build than our other house, right?
Oh, yep.
You know what I mean? So I think there's like this quality of life component that is good, right? And it's just a necessary part of life. And like we never have to move from this home. I mean, we always could, right? But I want the next place to be a different quality of life move, right? Like maybe
Yep.
it's a house up in the mountains or maybe like a ranch with some acreage that like we can fuck around on, you know?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's the materialistic things, right? It's like, all right,
Hmm.
well, I've got a nice truck. I could afford to buy a sports car, but or a muscle car or something, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't like that's not what there's not much more quality that to my life that's going to give me, right? For the
Yep.
amount of money
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to spend.
Hmm.
So I think thinking about things that way, and I'm really excited to put the kibosh on creeping, get our expenses pretty consistent, and then start leveling up and focusing more on like business building and more vacations and like doing that sort of stuff versus money going towards you know, possessions and other stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. I feel like it has that negative, just kind of thought to it, because so many people will buy stuff that they can't afford to like flex, or
Yeah,
they don't have the finances in line, but they just buy stuff and then they never really make more money. It just levels out, and
Right.
so many people just can't do it right. If that makes sense.
Right. It's like, yeah, if you've got nice stuff, you're going to want to show it off. That's just human nature, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
for most people. But are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for other people, right? Lifestyle creep for you is different than keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Now, if keeping up with the Joneses gets you to bust your ass and make a shit ton more money, I guess, then who's going to fault
Yeah,
you?
true, true. Yeah.
So,
I talked to my mom a lot too. There's things that she spends money on that I would not. Like her bike.
sure.
I would never spend that much money on a bike.
No.
And
Yeah.
she's just not interested in like cars or TVs like that. But me,
Yeah.
it's just like I love TVs. I'm into TVs and it's like the different technology. So I'll always spend a little bit more on a TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
like the value is there to me. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. And I think, I want to start implementing this. I've done it off and on for a couple months now, but like practicing vision, right? And where you want in your life. And
Mm,
I think I want to try to do it like 10 minutes a day where I'm just sitting, no like headphones, no music, just like sitting there and thinking about your life and where you want to go, right? What's important to you and all this stuff. Because I think that really helps with like the impulse and urges to buy
mm-hmm,
stuff, right? Like if you think about where you want to go in your life, you can back out, what do I need to do to get there?
mm-hmm,
And it's like, okay, well, does buying a new car help me with that? Or just taking this lavish vacation, does that get me to where I want to go? Right?
mm-hmm.
So you don't have to scale your life back and save every penny, right? You don't have to live miserable for 10 years to get where you're going. Some people
Yeah,
can, I guess, but 99% of people aren't going to do that.
yeah, yeah. And it just like people have to know like what works for you. Like how much can you work without being burned out, or what are your limits for things.
Yep. But some of the people don't spend time to think about and reflect on like what actually is their limits. What are they willing to give up? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Yeah.
nobody pushes themselves to get there. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to work 60 hours a week. It's like you never have. Like you don't know how bad it is or maybe you enjoy how productive you are if you work that much, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe instead of 60, it's like, hey, 50 to 52 hours, like I feel super productive. I make a ton of progress and I feel good and energized after that. Anything over that? And no.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
30 and that's all
Yeah.
you want to work. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll misweight things too. I might have mentioned this on an earlier podcast, but there'd be times where like I'll be like, let's save money. I can spend less on food, but I'll keep like the best Netflix account you can have with no commercials in 4K.
Yeah.
And then I'll think like, wait. Don't just cut corners on this other stupid stuff.
Yeah. For sure. 100%. I've got another topic I want to talk about on another episode and we could probably go more in depth, but it's a lot about how a lot of my focus goes towards like making money for business because there's people relying on me. Family,
Mhm.
employees, my clients, like all that stuff, right? And then you forget about the health component. And it's like if I'm not here or I'm not healthy, like I'm not going to be able to work. And then the money doesn't get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about that a lot lately too, and I need to get my sleep back together, get eating healthy again, and
Right.
back on track.
Yeah. And that just reminds me of like the four pillars of life, like a health, wealth, love, and happiness. And it's always just like a balancing act. Like sometimes like one's great, so that you have to adjust and level out and things.
But people expect it to be balanced across the board.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I became so much happier when I stopped trying to I guess, be happy every single day or not feel stressed or not have anxiety or to feel like I needed to have my life 100% in balance. And it's like,
Yeah.
you just hope that over the course of the years, like you've done a good job balancing, but
Mhm.
never one point in time should you expect your life to be 100% balanced.
Yeah. Right. It just. Yeah.
It's not going to happen. And so lowering those expectations for myself, because it was mostly expectations I put on myself, right?
Oh. Mhm.
Most of it. So once you remove that barrier, so much happier, like just on a day-to-day basis. That helped
Yeah.
me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So like that. And for the day to day stuff, I'll try to think. But like on Monday is going to be a day where I do more marketing work, and I go work out just like my productivity day. Tuesdays I go to the gym and rest. Wednesdays a day off. Just having things that help you balance out each day. Well,
Yeah,
not each day, but like your week.
yeah,
But you don't have to focus on all of them at the same time.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
And
I love that.
yeah, then it just helps. Like my Sunday nights are wild. I stay up late. Uh, I do laundry. I do like marketing stuff. I get all like my work lunches together and things. So I always know that that's a later night where I'm just trying to be productive. And then at the end when my laundry is going for like the last hour, if I've gotten all like my marketing stuff done, I'll game.
Yeah,
And then I'll game because I'm waiting for my laundry, so I have that built in. Just as a hack, I guess you could say.
I love doing laundry because it allows you to feel accomplished without doing shit. Like it's the
Yeah,
easiest task to do. Like I'll throw on a movie and it's like I'm doing laundry, or like I'm doing something,
yep,
And
yep.
it's like
Like
I'm not
pause,
just
switch them over, pause, scroll, and quick, and like
yeah,
instant
dude.
mark. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I love doing laundry. I do pretty much all of our laundry. I mean, Ash will
yeah.
do
Oh,
some
really?
too, but
Oh,
yeah, I do
oh,
most of
that's
it.
awesome.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, yeah. We pretty much each do our own, but then like there's nights are like, hey, do you have anything you need washed? Or it's just like a tag team as well.
Yeah.
And then with Leon's, we'll mostly just throw his in with ours as we're doing it, so we kind of split that up too.
You guys don't like sort your clothes, do you? Like you just throw your shit in there and wash them and then like dry them?
I mean, I don't sort my clothes. I'll do like my work clothes and then like my other clothes and then like towels, but that's about as far as I will go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have like I guess if I'm like on job sites where my clothes are like really like dirty, I won't wash them with my night stuff. But
Okay, yeah.
other than that, dude, we just, I remember growing up, it was like you sort your whites, right? You put the whites
Oh,
here, the
yeah,
darks, and I don't do any of that shit, dude. We just throw it in. Everything goes in
yeah,
the dryer, like unless
yeah,
it's very delicate, and then we'll hang dry it. But yeah, I don't fuck around with all that.
yeah. I really don't eat either.
And that's probably
If
why I
I'm
like doing
doing
laundry.
like some of Katrina's clothes, I'll be like a lot more careful. But with mine, it's just like I don't
Yeah,
care.
that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, you're a great father. You clean
No,
stuff.
yeah, no,
And
yeah, yeah.
that video
God.
still kills me, dude. That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm excited to make some more of those types videos.
Dude, this is awesome. We've been wanting a covered patio for so long, and like it's raining. I'm sitting outside doing the podcast. Like it's pretty awesome right now.
Dude, hell yeah. Yeah, it feels good when like you're just like, yes, this is what I wanted, and I'm here. Just I'm in it.
Do you believe in manifestation?
That's a great. I'm starting to. Katrina's been really big on that this year since she gotten into Dr. Joe Dispenza or something,
I've heard the
and
name, I
she
feel
does
like.
a lot of meditation and manifestation. And I guess I do in ways where like I'll think, okay, I'm gonna work out consistently, and in a year I'll see I'll see these results. But I don't do it as much as like goals. I'm also just focused on actually just doing stuff in production. But I feel like I need to do that more. To me, it's just so close to you're one step away from like what's the astrology
Yeah, I'm
and
very much grounded in my manifestations, down to earth, not pie in the sky. And that's where I get with like the vision part of it, right? That's more of it. It's more of like seeing it and believing that you can get there, but knowing that you've got to put in a shit ton of work to get there, right? So I feel like a lot of people think if you manifest it, it'll come, and they might do stuff for a couple days, and then they're off, they're on, they're off, and it's like you gotta really like go, otherwise you're not really
yeah.
following through with your visions, right? And so the universe is not going to give you what you want if you're not willing to sacrifice and put the work to do it.
hmm Yeah, I think my biggest problem is that word has just gotten like captured just
I
by this. I'm just gonna manifest it. Like it's just been it's just yeah
Yeah, that's why I think I'm starting to use like a vision, like creating a
like
vision for your
big
future,
yeah yeah
visualizing your future, not manifesting your destiny.
yeah and it just it sucks how that happens. Like a group of people will just take something and just make it just so annoying.
That's society right now, dude. That's society right now. It's like
Yeah.
so many things. All I can think of is like the shitty part is like I think a lot of these like motivational speakers and self-help people and all that, like I think a lot of them have good intentions and they truly care and like what they're saying is not bad, but all I can think of is rap name Fogey or whatever that guy's name is, just like tearing them apart.
Yeah,
It's it's I'm like, well, this is a clown show now, I guess. And yeah, it's so funny. But it does suck because I think it turns a lot of people off
yeah,
right
it
away.
just
It's
yeah, that's the problem. It's just like,
like,
oh
do you
no, like where are we
manifest? And
going
you're
with
just like, oh,
this?
I can't with this guy.
Yeah, it's like, you asked me my birthday too, my sign. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that's funny.
Yeah, but I've been coming around, and yeah, because Trina's been into a lot of visualization stuff, and it's been like stuff has been happening. So I'm not gonna like hate, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is dumb. I was like, yeah, keep it up. I need to find a way to just be more open minded about just visualizing things.
But I think a lot of it is like your energy, right? It
hmm
go to another word, but like I do think there is that component. Like if you're generally like a happy person, like happy and hardworking, I feel like you're going to gravitate and attract more happy, hardworking people, right?
yeah.
If so, I think there is like a big component to that
Mhm.
you can actually put that out in the universe and keep going. And it is amazing that like people that follow through with all their actions and they think about it, they think about it, they think about it, and then they do achieve it, right? Like they
Mhm.
believe so much that like they almost can't fail, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They just have that conviction, and they just know they put in the hours. They're like, nope. Like I know, just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so confident in their skill. They're
If it doesn't work out, that you just say it wasn't in God's plan for me.
yep, it wasn't God's plan.
He's got different path for me to walk, you know?
And I think that I kind of come into it with almost like blinders on too, because I just think of like hard work just so much is always like my main thing. Just work hard, just grind. So I almost like don't even think about that stuff. I'm too in like to just no, just execute. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yep.
Yeah. Where it's like, well, hang on, just take a step back and see where you're actually like digging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's easier to try to get somebody to like yourself, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
good at doing the work, do the work, make progress, keep going, do the work. To say, hold on, pump the brakes, like let's take a minute, like think about what you want out of life, right? Like enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
process, let yourself dream a little bit, open up creativity versus the people that spend all their time doing that and they're like, if I just keep putting this out here, it'll happen. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
probably not. Like you do have to do work. So
Yeah.
you're gonna need to put in a lot of work to get there. No way around that. It's the same thing as
Mm-hmm.
the luck situation, right?
Oh.
You see people that are they're like, oh, they just got lucky.
Yeah.
Like they were in their market at the right time. And it's like, yeah, that's part of it, but also like they put themselves in the position to be there,
Yep. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, and especially like with like musicians and stuff, it's like, yeah, you got lucky by being noticed by someone, but you probably also have crazy talent that separates you,
Yeah.
and you've probably worked on that for a very long period of time.
Right. And you probably didn't just play at the same bar and talk to the same five people like all the time. Like you were playing any show, anywhere, like talking to people, playing with other people. Like there's so much that probably goes into it that nobody ever sees.
Right? Yes, and that's the one thing that I. So not the one thing, but I love listening to people on podcasts just talk about their journeys, and it's someone who's super successful, but with all of them, to them to the point where they almost all quit, or it just
Yeah.
seems like this is not going to work,
Yeah.
and it's so crazy to hear them say that because like, but you're you, but at some point you were where everyone else was.
Yeah. There's a lot of that like right on the verge of quitting and then something changes and they make it. Have you seen the meme where the guy's like excavating underground like he's digging to go find the gold and there's like three tiers for it. And the first one is the guy's like, I don't know, this is too hard, and he gives up right away. He's not even close. And then the next one is he's like right there at the end, and he's like, it's just getting too hard. It's too long. Like,
Oh
and
yeah.
then the last guy gets there, and the moral of the story is like keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you're it's hard to know when is the right time to pump the brakes, I guess, but
Sorry, I'm just writing something down. Yeah, and that's why it's if you do something or do something you love or something you like a lot that you just enjoy doing, that's a huge advantage because you'll just keep doing the thing anyways.
yeah. You
Yeah.
just hope you
So
don't get to the point of where you're resenting the thing that you loved, you know?
right. Yeah. And then I also heard this just reminds me of a quote, and it's don't do stuff you love, do stuff you like, or stuff you think about a lot, or do stuff that you could talk about like all day, but you don't necessarily love it because of that shit becomes work. I think that might have been Elon. I think that's an Elon quote.
Sounds like an Elon quote. He's
Yeah,
got a
but I
lot
was
of
like,
good quotes.
yeah, but go yeah, that makes sense, and I could see that. Like, don't do like your favorite thing per se, just do something you like.
Yeah. I
And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good tip.
think that's where I'm at. I don't love engineering. I
Mm-hmm,
like
yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And but it's not something that I'm like I've never loved it. I think I love
Mm-hmm.
the process of
Right, yeah.
developing and learning and progressing, but not the actual function of engineering, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which has
Yeah,
probably made it easier.
right, right. I bet it has. But I just think that I love that I wouldn't necessarily want to do every day. Like if I had to do like something for like Marvel and I didn't want to, and it just became like work or something like that. That might be a bad example because that sounds like it'd be sweet. But anyways, yeah, just
It would be this, right? It would be we love cars, we love fixing up old cars, and then you start a business fixing up old cars, and you're buried with work, and you can't keep up with all the cars you have to fix, and now
yeah,
you're like, this fucking sucks.
yeah, yeah.
I just want to drive a new car that I don't have to fix up.
Right there is one. I do think if there was a way where I could drive just like cool cars consistently throughout the week, and that was a job, I don't think I would get sick of that. But at the same time, I probably would at some point be like, oh, I don't want to go out today or something.
Yeah,
But to me, it's like I think I could do that almost every day. I think that's one that I could do almost every day.
I do struggle with the question, if money wasn't an object, what would you do?
Yeah,
I've never been able to answer that.
yeah, and it almost sucks because like I don't think I would really do anything very productive.
Like, yeah, but then also in my head, I'm like, I don't think I could do that forever.
Like yeah,
You
Because there's
know?
some long weekends where I'm like, man, I am feeling just like a piece of shit. I've not done anything. I've just been just like, just around, just hanging.
Yeah, I truly don't. I don't know.
And it just feels good to get stuff done. Like we're supposed to get stuff done. It's human. It's what we do. It feels good.
Yeah. I think a lot of the answer to that question would be like, okay, if money wasn't an object, but like if I picked a career, let's say I wanted to like own a professional football team,
Yeah.
because like that would be sweet.
Yeah.
But like what kind of lifestyle would I have? Like, you know,
Yeah.
outside of that, like that was
Mhm.
my job, but I also had a yacht and six houses and could go wherever I wanted. Yeah, I think that'd be sweet because it's like you get an awesome job to do, then you can also just go on vacation and do whatever you want. That
Yeah.
I guess maybe that would be cool.
Yeah. It wouldn't suck. That's for sure. Wouldn't
Yeah,
suck.
I don't know. Anyways, that was the topic I had. So
Oh, I like it. You want to do a bonus segment that I was just thinking of
let's
on
do it.
Thursday? I was like, oh, this could be fun. So basically, then we can always just switch off. But I was just going, I ranked some stuff, and you were just going to listen and react.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I stole this from a friend from work. I was like, ooh, I like that. So shout out friends from work if you're a Marvel fan. I highly recommend. So I did my Pixar Power rankings.
Okay,
I did my top five, and it's not a Disney. It's just Pixar movies.
okay,
And there might be some hot takes, but I'm not sure. So at five, I have Cars. That's just one of my favorites.
great.
At four, I have Finding Nemo. At three, I have Inside Out. At two, I have Soul. And at one, I have Coco. And I have some notes here. Toy Story 1, the animation is so old, it looks like a weird computer age. The movie Up, I didn't enjoy. Didn't finish that one. Monsters Inc., I've always been like, it's okay, it's fun. It's fun. Since 2001, so, yeah. The Incredibles was a close, but that would be like my sixth choice. And The Good Dinosaur is also just a good film as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I've Coco is my number one. Soul, which I just saw recently,
haven't seen
all
that
day
one.
was my number two.
So I haven't seen Coco. I haven't seen Soul. What was number three?
Inside Out.
Inside Out. It's solid. I mean, Cars is bump up in my like that one stood the test of time for me. I enjoyed it when I didn't have kids, and now my kids watch it all the time, and I still enjoy watching it. So that to
Yeah,
me is like a the fact that I can still keep watching it on repeat. And
Yeah.
like, all right, that's a good movie. Finding Nemo is great.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
That
That's
would
it.
probably be like a 3 or 4 for me. Monsters Inc. I mean, right now I'd probably have to put Cars 1, Monsters Inc. 2. We watch a lot of Monsters Inc. right now.
Okay. Yeah.
And but again, I haven't seen Soul or Coco. So
Yeah. And there might be some recency bias there with Soul, but it was really good. Do you are you familiar with the musician John Batiste?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. He did a bunch of the soundtrack, and then they got these two other guys do like the score. So there's like a lot of like jazz stuff, and then like cool like synth bass score that goes on as well.
yeah. John Baptiste, he's great. I just saw a video clip of him. He played Beethoven. I can't remember the exact Beethoven song, but he played Beethoven on the piano, but he did
Hmm.
it in different. I think he did like a jazz style off of it, and then he
And
did
like
like a soul or like a
I
gospel
think I've
style.
seen that.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
Like that was cool. I was like, this dude's fucking talented. Very
yeah,
talented.
yeah. That's a talented
Um,
guy.
what was yeah, The Good Dinosaur is great. Great movie.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like okay.
It was a good watch. Yeah. And Marshall reminds me of the fucking little kid that gets left in the
Oh,
wilderness. Like if
yeah,
Marshall was left in the woods, that's how he'd turn out, I think.
yo. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm pumped that you haven't seen Coco.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
have to
guys should
watch
do
that.
a family movie night or with that movie. It's so good, and I cry every time.
So
But that,
we'll see if we can
yeah,
watch it tomorrow.
sweet. Yeah, I highly recommend. I highly recommend. And then one other thing I kind of got, but this might be a good topic for next week because this could go on for a while. But long story short, just I've just been having a lot of like good conversations, I guess, on with people online, just about like the whole like the war thing, and then like his protesting online like matter and do everything. And I've just been getting like good feedback and helpful feedback, and it's just been making me just feel good about the people that we know and associate with. If they're willing to be like, hey, try thinking about it like this or that, or that's a fair point, but have you considered this instead of just like arguing and name calling? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just been making
could
me
you
happy.
elaborate on these conversations?
Well, basically, one I posted does posting about like Palestine and all that do anything? Because I feel like people just post and then that's it. And I was kind of asking like, what does this even do? Or like, what's the point of this? And then people would send me like links to like, well, here's the place where you can go to actually uh, make a difference, or it's good because at least it gives awareness to people, and it is in your face, which sucks, but that's kind of what we want it to be like. You can't really avoid this because it's such a big thing that's happening, and I was like, that's a fair point, and that is productive because you do get people like me who aren't in the weeds about it, just being like, oh yeah, this is a thing, obviously, but it just gets you awareness of, which I can't really hate on. Not that I would hate on any of the opinions or anything, but you know what I mean.
I mean, you can here's my take is I will respect any opinion if it's an educated opinion.
Mhm.
If it's recycled, just topping topics and talking points, like the fuck out of here. Like I try to be careful too because I don't have time to really learn all the details.
Mhm.
But I know what the mainstream media and a lot of the shit, like you see how many clips of where people are, I don't know, maybe you saw this, it was like a viral clip. These two girls were at they went to like Columbia or something like that, and they came down to NYU's campus to protest with them, right?
Mhm.
For all the big protests that were going on there. And someone asked them, like, what are you guys protesting for? And they couldn't really answer. And then one girl's like, I wish I was more educated, you know? And it's like, I mean, the fact that she realized, like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, we
Oh,
just
that's
were
hilarious.
joining in,
Honestly,
you
yeah.
know? And
Shout out for her for saying that. Like,
I mean,
like
I
respect.
respected that. And I think we get in this right now, the people that you can have conversations with are probably educated enough to listen to the sides.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's the loudest people are the ones that have no, in general, have no fucking idea what they're talking about,
Mhm.
right? And I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
an expert, but if I know more than you, then we're probably in a bad spot to have this conversation,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
So
Then
I
that's
think
my
that's
whole thing.
yeah, go ahead.
Can that's my whole thing is like I tell you that I don't really follow this stuff. Maybe I should, but I'm being honest, I don't. But I'm okay to say that. I'm not gonna act like I'm doing more. I'm telling you, hey, I don't really do shit. I know. Tell me what is going on.
Yeah, and it is hard right now because it's so hard to find like accurate information, like
Mhm.
untainted like information on anything.
Yeah.
It's it is the biggest challenge we have right now is no who can you trust to give you the information, right? So you
Yeah.
have to kind of rely on podcasts and you have to look at news outlets from multiple different places and sources and be open minded to formulate your own opinions. And
Mhm.
that's it can't be just like one. And people are scared to disagree with their so called friends.
I know. Yeah.
Like we could still be friends and have different opinions on the situations on
Yeah.
both of them, right?
Because you agree on the like on 95% of big world things. You know what I mean? Like.
Right, right. And like the important stuff,
Yeah. Yeah. The important stuff.
I don't know. I get really frustrated with it. Like I get frustrated with the Trump stuff because people let their blind rage of Trump
Yeah.
taint like their actual thoughts, right? Like
Mhm.
they can't separate the emotion from the real world situation.
Mhm.
They're like, "Well, I'm voting for this because I can't stand Trump. He's a terrible person. He lies. He's now 34 counts of felonies and all this." And it's like, but if you look at all the background and the prosecution and the jury trials and a lot of the stuff that he got sentenced to all of these felonies for was similar shit that Hillary Clinton was just on trial for not too long ago. She got like a
Yeah.
$10,000 fine. And it's
Yeah. And do you see how how since then rappers have been like rapping about him a lot more and just giving like he got their respect because it's like you getting fucked over by the government. We get fucked over by the government. Come on
yes,
down. Like.
exactly. Dude, and the black community is in large part becoming aware of like, oh, Trump's not racist. The government that's in place right now is racist. They're giving
Yeah.
our schools to illegal immigrants. They're the ones releasing convicted felons into our neighborhoods and they're increasing crime rates. They're not helping us out. Like that's true racism.
Yeah.
They're race baiting everything. I think some lady got on there and they were talking about like education, right? And the inner city communities and all of that. And she basically said that black people don't know how to use computers. And
Yeah.
that's what,
Yeah.
have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
God, dude, it's just like, I mean, these politicians in general are just so out of touch with,
Yeah. It's so crazy.
you can't live your whole life in Washington, D.C. and then also say you speak for the people. You have no fucking idea.
Yeah. It's like, come on now.
Yeah. So, yeah, I get pretty. it's getting frustrating, but I also am very encouraged because I think more people are realizing that you can't just rely on the news, you can't rely on the government, and more people are open to having conversations and learning about it. And they're like, yeah, I don't know, like I want to know. If you know more than me, like help me understand, and then I can formulate my own opinion, right? And that's what
Yeah.
most people, I think that's where a lot of people are right now. So
Oh
it is
yeah.
encouraging.
I totally agree. Can I make one request for? Well, I guess for our next podcast, how can you make a tinfoil hat? Because
Oh,
I was just thinking I want to go like almost all conspiracy, just stuff.
dude,
That's my
dude,
topic.
you just drove right up my alley, dude. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm trying not to go there, but if we're gonna do it, let's do it, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah. We just had just two good casts about like budgeting and just like life stuff. Let's just go just way off the rails.
But if it's is it off the rails if it's true?
No,
If
it's
it's
not.
true?
Cause dude, and it's so funny. Cause like Katrina will tell me like I've been going down this rabbit hole of like conspiracy stuff, but it's things that I like heard about like a year ago on like the Rogan experience, so like just some out there things,
Yeah,
and it's like that's crazy, and I'm like I'm kind of I didn't want to say anything because people would have been like you're crazy, but
dude. If you
kind of
want
kicking
like
that for a year
conspiracy stuff,
now.
um, basically like any times that God, what's his Alex Jones is on Joe Rogan's podcast. Those are great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's I listen to this podcast called Real AF. You maybe have
Hmm.
seen me post some stuff about it, but Andy Priscilla has been like I've listened to a lot of his older stuff and now, and like he's
Please.
pretty spot on about a lot of this,
Dude, it's
like in
yeah,
their intentions and all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, dude, I'm
hell
game.
yeah.
I'm game.
Sweet man. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, that's kind of all I got for my notes. I had a two-pager here, and we went through them both. I
Let's
got my
go.
little book, just some notes, so I can't wait to look back on them and stuff. And now I can start to edit some of them and post some things. So that's gonna be my big focus of next week is getting some stuff edited and just content down and just ready to go.
Sweet. You've got so we'll start posting stuff on like socials.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when are you thinking? I mean, what do we want to shoot for release dates?
Um, I'm not even sure.
See what it's
Uh,
like once you get editing.
yeah. So I'd say I'll know somewhere within the week, but I think it will be pretty consistent with like the new computer and using just AI to organize notes and things. I think we'll be able to get on a good schedule.
I think we should keep these unreleased because there's too much value.
Yeah, they're too good. Like they're too good to even really. I couldn't do that. They're too
Yeah.
good. They're too fire. I just can't even.
Break the
Just
internet.
can't. Dude, that is one of my favorite videos I've ever
It's
seen.
so
Just like
funny.
that just sums up some people in that whole world so well.
It did. It did.
It's like, oh, come on, dude. Like, who do you think you are?
And
This
the
won't
funny
even.
part is like I had never heard of that other guy
I
until
know.
that video.
I know. Like, who is this guy? And
I'm
like,
like,
what? Like,
I probably would have heard of him if he released all that value, but he didn't. So that's why I didn't hear him.
yeah, it's just too good. It's too fire. I just can't.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, man.
All right, dude. That was another good one.
Yes, it was. What are you up to with the rest of the night?
Let's see, what time is it?
Oh, you're picking up the fam soon too, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make
Or
some dinner,
for
pick up the little bit. House is pretty clean. Tidy up just a little bit and
yeah.
get on out of here.
Oh yeah. I'm doing gym. They're gonna come back, do some go, do some computer work, get some laundry done, and that's about it. And then
Hell
I'll
yeah.
probably do some too tonight afterwards.
Is there any
Dude,
sports
I
on right
started
now?
playing at Need for Speed again. It's so good.
The what?
Need for Speed Heat. It's so fun.
They're
It's
still
so
making
nice.
Need
It's
for
like,
Speeds. They're still making Need for Speeds.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the second newest one, and it's so fun because it takes place. It's like based off Miami. There's like
Uh,
Florida, so it's just got a big map, and it's just fun just to drive around at night. And
what's the
it's
garage?
like,
What's the garage look like right now?
oh, dude, I probably have like 15 cars. That car is the BMW M3 from Need for Speed Most Wanted. Like
Ooh,
in older games, you get it in this one, and
what?
then I have this, yeah, like
That's
the
sick.
classic, like the famous one. I'll send some pics tonight, and then I have this Porsche GTR3 that I use in races, but I just customized a '69 Mustang Boss, and I just have
Uh,
like a. So fun. It's so fun,
so
and
you
it's
can
motivating too.
take from like your old previous games, like they stay in your account, or is
They
it
don't.
like?
Like, you can get one car from the old games.
Oh, okay, sure,
Yeah,
I got you.
and they have like for customizing like paints. They have like the online, so you can download like skins that people have uploaded, and people will get like the paints from like cars from like Fast and the Furious, like some of those old cars, so you can make the exact ones. So
Nice.
it's been real
That's
fun.
pretty crazy,
But yeah.
dude. It is kind of funny though that you just like driving around at night. Like instead of actually going driving around at night, you're just like playing video games driving around at
Yeah,
night.
but you know what? I'm saving money. This kind of makes sense. I can justify this right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's manifesting right there, dude.
Right. I
Seeing
can
yourself doing it.
drive here. You know,
Yeah.
can do whatever I need to do and hop on the sticks. I'm good to go.
Hell yeah. I love it, brother.
Yes, I love it. I love you. Another
You
good
too,
one
brother.
down.
Yep. Roll
Talk
credits.
soon. Yes, sir. Peace and have a good night.